lot to share, but it's just like bits and pieces here and there. I've been just doing a lot of things at the same time, and I'm really bad at multitasking. And so YouTube kind of suffered for it, but hopefully I can mend that and get back to posting more regularly. I have all kinds of fun things to share, things I'm working on, fun supplies that I've been using, and a couple of like very exciting things. So one of them, and I think you will share my excitement, is that Caran D'ache came out with some new colors for their Neocolor II, which I have. They're like always with me, near me, because they're celebrating their 50th anniversary. So they came out with new colors, but very, very annoyingly, I really hate it when brands do these things. They kind of mix them into special edition sets, like mixed in the new colors. So you can't just buy the new colors, you have to buy a bunch more. But I took one for the team and I ordered, they have like one big set with like 50, it costs 150 euros. And I looked at the colors and it looked like it just had, I don't know, like too many kind of similar colors. So I did a pass on that, sorry. Sorry YouTube for not reviewing that. But I did order the 5 sets that they came up with, like 5 little sets. I think they have 10 in each set, and just the colors looked really pretty. Obviously I will have duplicates. I don't have the full range of the Caran D'ache. I never bought like the full set because it was so expensive, so I collected colors open stock. So I'm sure a lot of the colors that are also not new will be new to me. And I'm very excited, and the moment that it lands here, I will share that with you. I also really like actually their little metal tins. This is the one that I have from the set of Neocolor I that I bought years ago. And now it actually houses these Caran D'ache gouache, which I also want to talk about these. I want to tell you what I think about them. So that's very exciting. And the other very exciting thing is that I'm working on a course. I'm so happy. I wanted to do a floral course for a really, really long time. I've had so many people like ask me if I'm doing a floral course, because the last one that I did was like really, really long time ago. I have courses where I paint florals, but they are more like my bigger courses that focus more on intuitive painting and the rainbow method, and not so much on the actual florals. So I started working on that course and I got stuck in the middle, and I was like really struggling to get through the sections that I felt were essential to a floral course. And then I thought, wait, if I'm struggling to make these lessons, then we're gonna struggle like getting through them, because it was more in the part of the like the more technical part of the course, let's say, whereas my like bonus section with all the like fun stuff was already ready to go and like full of yummy delicious stuff. And then I thought like no, I'm gonna just make a course that is just like the dessert, that is just the fun part. And I'm going to fill it with all the hacks and tricks and loopholes that I know, especially as someone that definitely has some ADHD tendencies. And I feel it really affects the way that I paint and the way that I like approach the painting process, and all the challenges that I struggle with. Is sometimes it seemed to me like so many other people are not struggling with them. So this is going to be the floral course that is ADHD friendly, neurodivergent friendly, and honestly, I've taken a ton of courses from anyone and everyone, and yeah, I haven't seen anything like this. So it's going to be super fun. I'll show you a few of the demo stuff because it's like so fun, and I tell you, there is nothing difficult there. And yeah, full of like tricks and hacks how to have super fun time painting florals that look like you want them to look and are easy to start and finish. Nothing too complicated, nothing overwhelming or exhausting. So yeah, super, super excited about that. And I've also just been painting a lot, and of course, doing like challenges and the content for the Joy Art Club. We are starting our second year in June. I'm so excited. And I have all kinds of thoughts of what I want to add. I don't think I'll take anything away because it seems like people really enjoy the regularly scheduled content that we have there, which are color mixes and a really lovely curated selection of inspiration and some great free or very, very affordable resources on the internet. So all of that is going to stay. But I think I will lean a little bit more into, in this coming year, of kind of studying under the masters. And don't worry, it's not going to be, you know, like sketching like Da Vinci or anything like that. Like, I'm gonna find the masters that may have had also ADHD and kind of worked around it. So I'm excited for that. But yeah, let me show you what's been going on here. And I'd love to know what you're working on and what do you think about the new Caran D'ache and how annoying is it that they made the sets like this. But don't worry, I will review the new colors and can tell you, I don't know if they will offer them open stock. I hope so. I think, well, what I think they should do is I think they should expand the range of Neocolor I. So tell me in the comments, I don't think anyone likes the Neocolor I more than the Neocolor II except me. So tell me if I'm alone in this, but leave me a comment. Let me show you what I've been working on. This is like one piece, so that's really fun. It's kind of like a mini collection that I've been working on and got a little bit stuck. So when I get to it, you know, let me know your comments, like what do you think, like which direction you could see these pieces going. But yeah, I really love them, and so they're like hanging on my wall and I don't know what to do with them next. Like I'm at that stage where I really, really love them, but I think they need a bit of extra something, but I don't want to ruin it. So yeah, I'm gonna finish my coffee. Clearly I don't need more caffeine, but then I'll show you some yummy, delicious stuff. A couple of like fun classes that I took this month when I was really feeling, I don't know, stuck, overwhelmed, like somewhere there, but I didn't want to just like give up. And I'm so glad that I did. I had the best time. So all of that coming up. I want to show you a bit the papers that I've been loving today. Like recently, I've just been really, really enjoying painting a lot on paper, and paper that is super affordable. So for me, like my absolute favorite right now are these sketching papers from this store, which is relatively local to me. They also have actually one that is like brown that I also really like, but I wasn't able to find it in a pad. If I see it, I will grab it, but these are like my favorite. This one is the number 1. It is 90 grams, so this one is the thinnest, and it has like this lovely kind of ivory color. This one is also great. The number 1 comes with a spiral, which I like less, but it's completely worth it for the paper. It just, there's so many here. How many? 120, and this costs, like, it's not expensive at all. And then this one has 100 sheets. Both of them are A3, but they also come in A2 sizes, I think. This one is 125 GSM, and it's wider, and it's just beautiful. And both of them can take kind of everything you use on them. I use everything on them. And then if you want something like even nicer, then there's the number 5, which this is the A2 pad, and it comes with 40 sheets. This one is probably a little bit too big for me, but obviously you could cut it down. Oh, there is all the information. Thank you, German brands. So here you can see there's the number 4 is the craft one, which is also like really nice. It has these like stripes on it. Again, great quality. It's very thin. I like it. And then the number 3 is their watercolor paper. That's my least favorite. But if you are in Europe and you're kind of starting out with watercolor, this is like just a great option to, you know, practice on and not feel too fussy. Yeah, so the number 1, it only comes with the spiral binding, you can see here. And then the other ones, they come in A4 size, A3, and A2. I think my favorite is the A3. Yeah, they're really fun. Okay, something a little bit different. This, I was sitting outside and sketching, and I was trying to see how I enjoyed plein air, because this is something that I feel sometimes like I want to do, but then I don't, like the whole getting all my gear together is a bit complicated. But I took myself outside, took some paints, and just sat in my garden, so I didn't go too far and everything was close by. And I painted this. This is with acrylic, and this is on just like some pattern paper that I had from like years and years ago. And I had the best time painting it, and I really like how it turned out. It just feels very sketchy and painterly. And it just reminds me of that lovely experience of sitting outside and playing around. As I was sitting outside, I thought about, you know, maybe I should just paint abstracts, which I'm really loving lately, but outside. And then I thought I would really like play around with, I call this imaginary collage, and that's where you just like take bits and pieces from things around you, or, you know, a memory or a photo or something, and you kind of piece them together in an order that is, you know, has nothing to do with reality. So this was me sitting in the garden, and I was just like painting my cat and this little plastic chair that we have in the house, like the neighbor's house, and a couple of trees, and then just like adding some blobs. This is like a canvas board. It's just like primed cotton on ADF, and I just really, really love painting on like hard surfaces as opposed to canvas. Next, I want to show you what I did for the creative lens this month, or at the beginning of May this dropped. So if you're not familiar, the creative lens is I call it the Creative Lens Project, and it's basically 2 ebooks with copyright-free images from my travels and a couple of my friends from all over the world. And you can use them and paint them and use them as inspiration and learn from them. And then there is the Creative Lens Sessions, which is a video library where right now there are more than 30 video tutorials, start to finish, sketches, value studies, painting sessions, using reference photos. So this month I added 4 more videos, like tutorials, and this was one of them. And this is, I want to say Lake Bled in Slovenia, pretty sure. And I just had the best time messing around with this. And then I did a couple of sketches in my sketchbook. So this one, you can also find the full tutorial. This was a lot of fun. This is oil pastels with acrylics. This one is also, I had such a good time making this. This was influenced, like the photo is based on a reference photo from the Creative Lens ebooks, but the whole concepts are based on a painting by, I want to say Vlaming, a very well-known Fauvist artist, a French artist. And I did this, I kind of copied one of his paintings, and I had the best time. And I just loved how he used the colors in his work. So you can see that it just goes like in this kind of rainbow order, which my brain just loves. So, you know, it goes from red, orange. Did I show this last video? I'm not sure. I don't think so. But you can see that I kind of based my version of the reference photo on that concept, even though, you know, looking at it now, I think, again, kind of the balance is too, it's too like, you know, half warmer, half cooler. And here there's a much better balance with all of the warm colors. So I think if I painted this again, I would make all of like these trees more yellow orange, and then I would do the mountains more green, and then maybe the sky more turquoise, and that would kind of shift that temperature in that direction. So yeah, but you can see also this start to finish in the Creative Lens sessions. Oh, that's the one I was looking for. And then this one, this kind of was a fail for me, was my attempt at sketching cows. So, but you know, you won't know until you try if something works for you. I think this floral course, the name is still a work in progress, but I think it's like my most fun course that I've done to date. It's really just fun. It's like, I mean, obviously if you take like an online course, like an art course, you take it for your enjoyment and it should be fun, but this one is like really fun. So just these are just like some of the exercises and tutorials that are in the course. And you can see I'm working with all kinds of materials. There's a lot of watercolor, there's a lot of kind of mixed media, but it's still, I think with all of the mixed media, it still very much heavily relies on watercolor and a bit of gouache and also a bit of acrylic paint. So really like a mixed media celebration. And these are just like, you know, some of the demos and the exercises that I also did myself before, you know, filming the full tutorial. And I just had the best time. This is where like playing a bit with collage, but in a very structured, ADHD friendly way. So I'm now at the stage of putting together the course. It is probably 90% done and will be launching very, very soon. I think I will do a live run where, you know, we'll have a group and we can chat and share, and you get like access to me and the other members of the group, and you can get like feedback on your work and everything. And then probably after that, it'll be self-paced. And you can, you know, join whenever you want and go through it whenever you want. But probably that like community feature will not be all the time available. So that's my thinking. Oh, and of course I forgot. This was the collage piece. So fun. This was so fun. And I have all kinds of hacks and tricks on doing these things if your brain is wired a little bit differently than what you tend to see in other art courses, at least in my experience. So I'm super excited to share that. Okay, so I was feeling really, really blocked and uninspired, and then I thought, who do I really like for her style, and just being able to like paint things without doing a lot of like learning. I don't know, that sounds bad, but Emily Powell is was that person in that moment, and I love her work. Her classes, you know, the problem with them, and I don't think it's a problem at all, is I don't think they are, at least the ones that are not kind of more foundational, they are not great for just like watching, right? If you're not participating, I feel it's really not, just like not doing justice to the class. So I forced myself into action and I just like painted along, and I had the best time. If you want to know which courses these are, then leave me a comment and I'll write. But yeah, let me just show you what I made. So her courses are, they are live on Zoom, but I didn't like, I bought them after. So you watch the recording. And they're a lot of fun. It's not, you know, like amazing production quality, to be honest, but they get me painting more than any other high quality, highly produced class. So I think for that, and of course, if you join the live Zoom, then you get that experience. But yeah, that never works for me. I want to do things on my terms. So This is what I made using like her prompts and guidance, and I had the best time. All of this is on that sketch paper, not the super thin one, the second one. It's a bit wider. It's not as thin, but it's still quite thin. So as you can see, there were like flowers and lemons, and this one is bigger. And this one was about like patterns. I really, really liked painting the lemons, and look how pretty was that. So this is what I made thanks to Emily Powell. And I was just like, you know, it really helped me just like play around and loosened up. I think this was part, like these were some playtime for a daily challenge we did in the Joy Art Club. This was, I was so inspired by Emily, so I set up a little still life, just super uncomplicated from what I had at home. No need for like, you know, special thrifting, hunting down anything, just a bowl that I had at home, some fruit, and then my imagination. And yeah, I had a great time. This was just like playing again for also the challenge that we did on the Joy Art Club. This was a lot of fun. We did like a steal like an artist challenge. This is nothing. And yeah, and this is another just like something I was playing around with like proportions, and this vase that I have in my studio, just like, as you can see, just like playing around. Again, very much inspired by Emily Powell, and like, I'm sure I didn't invent it, but something I love to do, like these imaginary collages of just like bringing in things together. And I also like these kind of loose sketches in between. Yeah, I had a lot of fun making this. Is this something? Not really, but I had the best time. I've been working a little bit with oils earlier this month. I went to this place close to where I live, and the trees there were pink. I shared it on my Instagram. I usually share these things on Instagram stories, so if you want to kind of see a little bit more of my daily life and what I'm up to, that's the place to find it. But I really wanted to try and capture it, and oils are just, I don't know, there's just like something about it. It's not a medium that I feel comfortable with till now, but I'm trying. So this was the result. This is on wooden board, and I love how it turned out. So cute. And yeah, I think I will definitely frame this. By the way, if you see something here that you're interested in, then you can leave a comment or email me. I have on my website some artwork, but there's a lot that is not on there. Probably should correct that. But yeah, so actually my mom is usually, she snags my oil paintings because she really likes oils. But yeah, so if you want something, it's best to let me know before she sees it. So this one's my favorite. This one was kind of an experiment. I had a lot of fun making it, but I don't know, something here, I'm not sure it's working. It's been just like hanging on my wall, torturing me, taunting me. I keep looking at it and I'm not sure what to do with it. I might just leave it alone. But yeah, but I love the texture. It's so yummy. So yummy. So we'll see what happens to this one. This one, as you can see, it's a little bit more like interpretation of that scene. And I was trying to explore some color stories and kind of see how a limited palette might work for me with oils. And Here I have French yellow. This is from Charvin, I want to say. And this is ultramarine. And this one is rose from Van Gogh. It's probably something rose, not just rose. But I was trying to see the colors that I got here, and you can see the purples are like beautiful and vibrant, same with the reds and oranges, but then the greens are quite muted, and I kind of like it, but I don't know if that's like a limited palette I could like stick with. I'm not sure. So I tried it again with cerulean, and yeah, I think the greens are glorious. So probably for me, if I wanted to go with like a limited palette, it would probably best to do like a, you know, like a 6-color primaries, like a warm yellow, cool yellow, a warm red, and then like a magenta or rose, which I prefer, and then something like ultramarine and a cerulean. I think that would give me, and of course white, and maybe like a yellow ochre and or a dark like raw umber or something like this. I'm not sure. Maybe indigo. But yeah, I was just like playing around with that. I was also testing some oil brushes, just like doing some tests. I actually wrote a blog post about this, mostly for like my own reference, to keep a record of what I'm doing, because I try so many things and then I forget what I thought about it. So if you want to know what I liked, I tried a bunch of brushes for oils, and a couple I really liked, and then a couple I was like really struggling with. So it's very important, I feel like, to test your materials and see what works for you. So those were my oil adventures. I finally decided to keep things a little bit more organized so that I don't do like the same things again and again and again. And here I have one for oils. So this has like swatches of the colors that I have. I have some water-soluble oils and then some traditional oils. Just everything in like one organized place, and then some experiments. This is the trying out the different brushes, seeing how I like to work with them. And yeah, I'll probably add like these two as well when they are fully dry. It's probably, yeah, it's just like a really easy setup. And even if like the oils are not like 100% fully dry, like here I see it's a bit stuck, it doesn't matter. It's like, it's fine. That's how I'm trying to be organized. And of course, I forgot to talk about my mini collection, which is not surprising because I think I am just a bit hiding from it. So I really love the stage that these pieces are in, but I'm also like, do I need to do something else? So this is on kind of cradled wood. This one is double-sided. But as you can see, they're abstract, they're super colorful, but I feel there's like order in the chaos, which goes back to my rainbow method and color zoning and tone on tone, all the things that I really love. So this has acrylic paint on it and markers, and it's just like, I love all the little moments here. And there are like some collage pieces, as you can see. And I'm just, I really love the little details. It's the same thing with my watercolor pieces. I just love work that you can kind of get lost in the little moments of it. So that is one piece, and then this one is another. And you can see this one, it also has kind of the same elements, but it's quite different. Yeah, and I did some collage with tissue paper, and I'm like obsessed with the result. So this piece is like collage on some tissue paper or like deli paper, and it has like oil pastels on it, but then when you collage it, it almost like the paper disappears and you just see the oil pastel. I don't know if I can like explain how lovely that effect is here. This is another piece you can see. I don't know if you can see, but it's like this deli paper, and it almost disappears, but it's just like, I love the effect. So this is another piece, and then this is another. Again, this also has like collage pieces and scribbles, and it's just like so much fun. So much fun, like little moments. And then this one is also, that's the way, these have already like a hanging mechanism on them, so you can just like hang them. I don't know, I thought maybe try and make this into kind of like an abstract floral, because this reminded me of like, I thought this area could be fun, like a vase. I'm not sure, but since I don't know what to do and I love them as they are, I'm not touching them. This one is a little bit like earlier, like a precursor to these. It was actually prepped, as you can see, on like gold gesso. So it's kind of giving me Klimt vibes or Hundertwasser vibes. And those are like Austrian artists. It's now waiting for me to think about what I want to do. I think this one is my favorite. Look, there's some like golden, it's like with a gold marker. How pretty is that? I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you hopefully very, very soon in that Caran D'ache Neocolor II review. Have a wonderful day. Take care. Bye bye.